The story begins with Ark, a humble butler, as he enters Eleorne's room. She looks at him with curious eyes and asks, "Ark, where were you?" Ark replies with a small smile, revealing the truth: he has reincarnated into this world. But this is not just any world. It is the setting of a famous Japanese otome game called Celestia Kingdom, known for its multiple endings and notorious villainess, Eleorne herself. Except, Ark isn't a hero, nor a rival character. In fact, he's not even mentioned in the game's story at all. As he puts it himself, "I'm just a background character." He remembers nothing from his previous life besides being from Japan, and unlike typical reincarnation tales, he isn't blessed with magic, prestige, or a grand destiny. Instead, he is an orphan, living a carefree, ordinary life. Yet, Ark is different. Even if he's a background character, he refuses to stay weak. In his free time, he takes up the sword, at first just for fun. Before long, he shocks his entire village by defeating every elder in sword sparring matches. One day, the orphanage director approaches him, impressed, and says, "Well done, Ark. With that talent, you could surely become a great knight." Ark laughs it off, pointing out that commoners cannot become knights. But the director insists otherwise: strength and wisdom make a knight, not birth. Then, with a mysterious tone, the director asks Ark for a favor. Suddenly, the scene shifts. Ark finds himself inside a lavish castle, nervously sitting on a sofa. "Director, aren't we out of place here?" he whispers. The director only smiles and says, "There's someone here who wishes to meet you." The heavy doors open, and a distinguished nobleman walks in. "I am Adalbert Ancinous, Count of this region," he declares. Ark gulps nervously, unable to believe a high-ranking noble is standing before him. The Count turns toward the director and asks, "So this is the boy you spoke of?" The director nods. The Count then looks directly at Ark and says, "I hear you are a capable person. I'd like to ask a favor of you." But what comes next shocks him even more. "Would you be willing," says the Count, "to become friends with my daughter?" His confusion only deepens when the door opens again and the Count announces, "Eleorne, come in." And there she is. The villainess of Celestia Kingdom, Eleorne Ancinous. The very girl who, in the game, spread curses everywhere and stood as the root of all misfortune for the protagonist. Yet here, she enters quietly, with a polite bow. "It's a pleasure to meet you," she says. Ark's heart skips. So, this is her, the infamous Eleorne. The Count, smiling, says, "The two of you will surely become good friends. Why don't you take a walk outside in the garden?" And so they do. The garden is beautiful, brimming with flowers. Trying to break the silence, Ark mutters awkwardly, "Count was right, the garden really is lovely." Eleorne nods without much emotion. The gardeners maintain it every day. As they walk, Ark secretly studies her. She is his age, and despite her cold expression, there is something about her beauty that makes his heart beat faster. Cute, beautiful, as expected of a main character, he thinks, blushing slightly. But suddenly, Eleorne stops walking. Ark tilts his head. "Is something wrong? If you're not feeling well, we can return." She interrupts him. "As I expected, you don't really want to be my friend, do you?" Ark blinks. She lowers her gaze and her voice trembles. "I understand. Nobody wants to be friends with a cursed girl. I've grown used to it. People only came to me when they wanted favors, because I was a noble's child. But when my curse appeared, everyone abandoned me." Their eyes turned cold, filled with hate. "Ever since then, no one has wanted to be near me." She extends her hand toward a flower and gently touches it. In an instant, the bloom withers into dust. "See? This is my curse. Everything I touch, dies. Now do you understand why they call me a cursed child? Would you really want someone like me as a friend?" Ark stares at her, stunned. His heart tightens. He never knew Eleorne had suffered so much. In the game she was the villainess, but here, before his eyes, she is just a lonely girl burdened by powers she never asked for. Could this be why I was reincarnated into this world? Ark wonders. To change her fate? To give her a happy ending? He steps forward and speaks firmly. "Eleorne-sama, I don't think your appearance is creepy. And I don't feel afraid. In fact, I think you are truly beautiful." Eleorne's eyes widen as her cheeks turn scarlet. Ark smiles warmly. "Yes, and even if you believe your power only brings pain, I'll do what I can to change that." He raises his hand, and with gentle determination, whispers, "Bloom." A soft light glows, and where Eleorne's hand brought withering, Ark's touch brings life. Together, they watch as the once dead flower slowly blooms again. He looks into her eyes and asks, "So, Eleorne, will you accept? Will you be my friend?"